Hello, guys. Good afternoon. 1 second. Okay, guys. So I literally only have a few minutes because I've got to call a client and get some stuff taken care of. But I wanted to come and speak to you guys. Those of you that actually were being attacked by an enemy during this pandemic, imagine being a person that is already concerned about the health and the safety of your family, wherever you're at in life, whether or not you're married or single, whatever's going on in your life. Imagine dealing with that, dealing with the fear of a pandemic and then dealing with your enemy attacking you. It can really push people over the edge. It really can. I was saying that for years when I was going through my apocalypse or almost apocalypse, where I was being attacked left and right, attacked for being who I was, attacked for having spiritual gifts, just attacked. Imagine being attacked spiritually, mentally, psychologically, or even physically during this pandemic. Okay, there's a few reasons why I want to tell you why, and we'll get more into it later. Because I got to call a client and do a prayer call. Imagine going through that during this time. The number one reason why you were attacked is because you are special. You are special. Okay, that's the number one reason. Okay, so you can put that at the top of the list is that you special. Congratulations, you somebody. Okay. The second reason is because your enemy is unfulfilled in life. Okay, that's another reason is that your enemy is afraid. They're probably more afraid than you. They're probably not dealing with it well. And to be honest with you, that person is living in misery and they don't have the fulfillment that they want. They don't have the completion in life. If they were to leave this earth for any reason, they would feel some type of way. And then also, they fear death. There's a lot of us that have had no fear of this pandemic. You guys know that I have never had any fear. All I feared was fear itself. And an enemy is somebody that doesn't want to commune with you, but rather they want to put all of their energies and issues off onto you. So, for example, if you are a telepath or if you're an empathic person, then at the same time where you were dealing with it and you were dealing with it great, I know that for me, I've just been sitting here, chilling with my children that I haven't, I haven't seen I hadn't seen my oldest daughter in years. And I sat here and I realized that I was literally being spiritually attacked by this person. And I believe that the reason why is because of the same reason they were attacking you before. Some of you probably got hit up. I mean, big time. They threw the kitchen sink at you. They threw everything at you. All they fear. Some people have a great way of projecting. All of their fear, all of their frustration, all of their inadequacies. Most of the men that are on the attack, these are men that aren't prepped. They weren't prepared for their families. Okay. Now I know that for me, guys, I know that while everybody was stocking up, I had to pay for plane tickets and things like that. So I wasn't even able to stock up like that. But you know what? Your enemy was able to stock up, but somebody else did it for them. See, they didn't never put in no money. Your enemy is upset because they fear death, but they have not done anything with their lives at this point. Okay. Hello, Chris and Rainbow Psychic. Yeah, I was being attacked literally for showing love and kindness. Then also your enemy probably fantasizes about death a lot and would just love to, being that I'm able to get into people's heads, I can tell what people are thinking. And a lot of times your enemy would rather be dead. A lot of times your enemy gets excited during these pandemics because they think, oh, great, it's the end of the world. I just can't wait to die. They're ready to go. For some reason, their mind is telling them to self-terminate. You have all the hope in the world. You have positivity going on. Okay? And to think that somebody would try to attack you during a pandemic that is like, guys, I don't know about you guys. I know that there have been a lot of people that have been talking about stalkers. Literally, my stalkers stalked me during a freaking pandemic. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you were doing things to people, if you were stalking people, trolling people through the pandemic, if you were running around here still up to the same thing, that is your judgment call. If that is what you want to do during times where people are needed, for example, my strength is needed for my children, for my clients, for the world. Okay, your enemy is upset because you're special and they're not. Especially a lot of you indigo babies out there, my crystal children. Okay. Many of you were getting attacked because your enemy wanted you to feel fear. Your enemy was jealous of you. Your enemy was like, I can't believe that you facing this thing like a soldier. Your enemy wanted you to be scared with them. Your enemy is hopeless. And I hadn't cursed nobody. I swear to y'all, I've done some binding work. I've done all kind of stuff. But I hadn't had to do that until an old enemy decided to start attacking me again. Out of the blue. Out of the blue. It came out of the blue, just out of nowhere. Your enemy doesn't appreciate life, just to let y'all know, and you do. So if you notice, when you think about it, your enemy saw that you had good energy around you, yet they saw it. You hear what I'm saying? That Grand Rise and Orion's daughter, they saw that you had good energy and they didn't. They was over there biting their nails. Number one, because your enemy ain't did nothing but mess up, and they know they going to a very dark place when they die. And they ain't ready to die because they don't want to go to that dark place. They ain't ready to go. So your enemy decided to attack you because they are a coward. The reason why your enemy, the ultimate reason why your enemy decided to attack you during this pandemic is because they are a coward. They were a coward, which was the reason why they were your enemy in the first place. They saw that you wasn't scared, so guess what they wanted to feed off of? They decided, I want what she got. Blessings, favor. I want what she got because my spirits ain't giving me that. So let me try to attack her. Let me try to feed off of what it is that she got. Let me take her spirits. See, people that are stupid, they don't realize you can't take nobody's spirits. Your spirits are connected to you. They want what you got in your bloodline. Why she's surviving, and why I'm over here planning my own funeral. It's all a blessing. People like me, people like you watching in our families, it's a blessing. But your enemy owes you. They do. They owe you your energy. That's why I don't never go down, lay down, and fall asleep at certain times. When somebody's beefing with me, or when I'm under demonic attack, and it was obvious that I was under demonic attack. In fact, I'm going to go and take audio from the actual attack. I'm going to go and take audio from it, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have to upload it because I want to show y'all the devil. I want to show y'all the devil. I want to show y'all the evil. I've got to. If all you thought could think about was attacking somebody's family during this time, and then you actually didn't have the self-control to not make it obvious, literally you couldn't find it in your heart to be a decent person. You was being tested and you was being weighed. Okay, a lot of us spiritual people, for some reason, my spirits have been paying attention to a few people in particular, big time, because I'm their judge. I'm their judgment and their karma. And those people that did that, they exposed themselves, and these people are not worthy. Okay, so right now I want you guys to be careful because many of you guys have relinked back up with people that are bad for you. My spirits refuse it. You know, my spirits block all love work, you know, that is being done on me. My spirits don't play that. But a lot of you guys don't have that kind of protection up. So many of you are being spiritually attacked right now, in particular those of you that are in areas that are heavily hit by this pandemic, because your enemy wants you to worry. They can't think. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had to come to grips with and accept that, you know, my enemy literally wanted me dead. It was that extreme. Why did they want me dead? That's what you got to look at, because they're pathetic and you're special and powerful. Your enemy can't live and breathe and be happy on this earth unless you're gone. It doesn't matter. Pandemic, their family can be dying around them. Their family can even be sick. They're not even concerned about their family. They're just concerned with settling some stupid score with you and, you know, still concerned about doing evil. Anybody that decided to continue to do evil after you found out about this pandemic, you are on the watch list. You are on the watch list, honey. If you, I'm gonna be honest with you because I work with the authority. You are on the watch list, baby. When I needed help with my dryer, the guy that moved my furniture, the moving company, they came over to help. People are helping people more often. See what I'm saying? This, your enemy is going to say, ooh, stay away from me with a mask on looking crazy. Your enemy going to act all paranoid and delusional. Other people are lending a hand. He came right over and said, sure, I'm checking to see if I can fix it. He couldn't do it. That's why I had to get a clothesline. Okay. By the way, somebody needs to start a clothesline. You got plenty of time at home. Get to sewing. Get to sewing and selling your stuff. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. People that are still doing evil right now, you need to be careful. Just because Jamila said that Jamila's okay, I'm gonna tell you straight up, and I gotta tell y'all about this dream I had. I'm gonna go in the kitchen and do me some coffee, guys. Hit the thumbs up. Oh my God, it's yes. Okay, people that took their life for granted beforehand, they are scared shitless because they know they basically decided to piss this life away, and it caused a crisis in their mind. And of course, they were your enemy before. They were taking out their stuff on you before, and of course, they're going to take it out on you again. To be honest with you, hatred and negativity can cause some of the symptoms of this coronavirus. I know that being confronted by extremely evil people and the things that they do, oh man, I felt like crap before. They make you feel like crap. Some of y'all got into arguments with people and you started feeling sick. You know why? Because they sick. It's not that they have corona. I don't even believe in coronavirus, just to let y'all know. I know when we sleep, they download the coronavirus programming in us, okay? When you fall asleep at night, that's why you got to get up in the morning and reset yourself during times like this. When you go to sleep at night, they program you with the corona. Okay, just to let y'all know, with all of this crap that they got going on, the people that are doing this to us, they are the enemy. The enemy that is running around, anybody that has said that, somebody has coronavirus or they gonna give somebody coronavirus or something, listen, that person is lost. You know what Spirit is telling me right now? Spirit is telling me to curse them and then pray for them. Because they are among the guilty. Okay? They are among the wicked. Your enemy is wicked. That's why your enemy attacked you during this time, because they are wicked and they know they don't have no favor from God. And the enemy's gonna give your enemy, if it's somebody truly wicked and distraught, they're gonna give themselves a percentage. They're gonna give themselves a very low rate of surviving this thing, and they're gonna be very, very sad. This is a test of your emergency broadcasting system, and if you failed it, you're not going to the next level of consciousness. I'm glad that I get to go to the next level of consciousness. And guess what I did? And y'all need to do it too. This shadow demon that's been harassing me, that possesses people in social media. That shadow demon is not, when this is over and said and done, your consciousness ain't even going to pick up on that person no more. They don't get to move to the next level. They don't. They don't, especially if you had to do some extreme magic against them. Because I can tell you guys, I did some extreme magic against this person that literally it was a spirit had told me. Let me tell y'all something. When a certain person came into my life in 2015, spirit told me that that was my enemy. Spirit told me why it was my enemy. And spirit told me that I would survive and triumph over the enemy. So your spirit shouldn't be telling you, listen, honey. If your spirits were telling you that you were going to die of the coronavirus, then you need to get better spirits. If your spirits were not blessing you and keeping you, if your spirits were not showing up and showing out and making sure that you and your family was safe and you felt scared, you better get it together. Okay? You better get it together. I know that they said that churches are closed, but y'all know y'all can do church from y'all homes. Now, they arrested that preacher. I respect his candor. I respect that preacher. I do. I'm not upset with him. And I don't think they should arrest him. And I'm hoping that preacher over in Florida, that they let him go and that they drop those charges. I know y'all surprised to hear me say that, but you know what? I respect his dedication. I respect his faith. It wasn't that religion is being attacked, faith is being attacked. So I was actually very proud of that preacher that did that. But you can do that from home. Okay, just do it from home because, just don't do anything to, cause any panic, because there's so many people that don't have the faith that we have and they're panicking. They talk about us like a dog and say we stupid and dumb, but when they see you doing good during this pandemic, they begin to mess with you. All of a sudden your ex might be doing some love work on you, an ex that literally was very toxic to you. Because, they felt like, oh, I want to mess up her life. I want to mess up his life. I want to make him feel bad. I want to make him feel, because to be honest with you, the coronavirus is a closed heart chakra. That's what the coronavirus is. A lot of evil, diabolical people, they're frightened about it. I'm not saying that if you're scared that you're evil and diabolical either. So let's use our intelligent mind, because when it comes to intelligence and reason, honestly, there's a lot of people that are really, really behind when it comes to that. And those people can be devastating to anybody's health. Let me ask y'all a question. If y'all had cancer, do you think that I would come to the hospital and tell you that you're going to die every day? If you were going through my cancer treatment, because I do treat cancer, just to let you guys know, I treat cancer. Okay, I treated my mother's cancer years ago. I healed her cancer after she had a mastectomy. Okay, she was actually in the middle of going to radiation treatments. I rubbed I rubbed, I touched her back and stuff, and gave her massages, and I lit candles for my mother, and I healed my mother, which is why my mother is still alive to this day. So I don't mind working with cancer patients. I can heal cancer patients. Okay. But we're not going to talk too much about the treatment. You just come to me in private and get you a consultation. That's why my mother is even still alive to this day, raising hell, because I healed her. I healed many folks. If you were working with me, do you think I would tell your body to die? You think that I would sit on the phone and tell you that you're going to die? I'm not going to do it. I am going to tell you that you are going to survive, And the work that I'm going to do on you is going to make it. Listen, I have taken anxiety from people. I have taken bumps, leprosies. There's negative entities, the demon, the devil himself. I have driven the devil himself out of people before. So cancer is like a walk in the park for my spirits. They can heal you. But there's some people that get cancer are very, very toxic people. A lot of people that get heart attacks and heart disease are very, very cold, heartless, toxic people. Not saying that all people that have heart attacks or cancer is like that. So there's only few and far between that have. I don't think I've ever told people that I've healed people of cancer. I think I've said it a few times, but I think because it was so much negative being said, but yeah, I can cure you of cancer. The reason why I can do that is because I have faith that is unbreakable. See, that's what unbreakable means. It means that you can't break my faith. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. You see what I'm saying? And I don't, that takes a strong mind. Your enemy is weak-minded. Your enemy is weak. To be honest with you, we should all lend a loving hand to our enemy, but and when you try that, because I know many of you have, because I tried to lend a loving hand to my enemy. You know what? In fact, I would love to settle my differences with everybody, not because I'm going to die, but because I want to live. So anybody that I got beef with, I let all that go. I purge it. Okay, I don't want nothing to do with that. Whatever you hold on to, you can hold on to it by yourself. Jamila ain't got nothing to do with it. Hello? Thank you, Jesus. I had a talk with Jesus the other day. Just to let you guys know, I am a witch that believes in Jesus. Is Jesus my Lord and Savior? Sometimes. So Jesus is real. Jesus does exist. He's definitely a spirit, and he's omnipresent. Okay, omnipresent means that you can be present in a trillion locations at the same time. Now, I think, am I correct on that? Am I correct on what omnipresent means? That means that you're present everywhere. So guys, I want y'all to know that, okay? Don't let your enemy steal your joy. Take it back. If you have been attacked at all, take it seriously. Okay, I had an enemy sending me death magic, trying to send me I believe it was coming from a woman too. Wanted me to die so I could stay away from her man or some crap like that. I don't know. See, some people are too insecure to have peace. So some people would rather see you fight each other to the death than to actually settle your differences and say, hey, let's be amicable about this. So sad as it is, your enemy is in way more danger than you are. Your enemy probably won't even survive because they tried to kill you. If you tried to use death magic on people during this time frame, that was the bad thing to do. Unless it was a person that was doing harm to children. Okay, just to let y'all know, and guys, I got to tell y'all something later because I got to do my prayer call. Right now, there are so many children being sacrificed right now over in Africa, over in the US. Children are being tortured and sacrificed. So your enemy wants you to be distracted from that fact. Child murderers, child rapists, child abusers, predators, they're all under attack right now. Right now as we speak. Thank the heavens. Yeah. No rest for the wicked. No peace for the wicked. They real scared right now. They like, oh shit, I'm going to hell. You are. You are going to hell. You already in hell. Because guess what? Guess what God did for me, y'all? God took me and said, girl, bye. You ain't got to worry about this shit. And said, go and tell others. Go and tell others they ain't got nothing to worry about. Guess what your enemy was doing? Ooh, I got to get like 20 bottles of Lysol. Get away from me. Shut up. I hate everybody. Y'all all gonna die and I'm gonna stay over here. And guess what? While your enemy was being evil, the coronavirus came and tapped on that goddamn window. Came and tapped on their window, y'all. Said, we gonna hit you up with some of this thing. I wouldn't use the coronavirus against anybody is another thing Spirit is telling me. I could sense that somebody was like, oh, this bitch, she's trying to take my man. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And like, oh, and so yesterday I was fighting a spiritual battle. So I'm gonna be honest with you. This is one, guys. I'm gonna tell y'all something. We are going to experience so much bliss and serenity and tranquility. You ain't even gonna have time to think about your enemy. You ain't even gonna have time to think about that person. You gonna be so goddamn wrapped up in it's called wrap thee with cotton and bind thee with love. Protection from pain surrounds like a glove. May the brightest of blessings surround thee this night, for thou art cared for, healing thoughts in flight. Very powerful prayer that you can do over your family. You think your enemy prayed once? Nope, your enemy ain't the prayer type. Hell, they not even the speak positive thoughts type. In fact, your enemy been using this to terrorize their own family, to keep them in check. Some of these people are so despicable, but they using it to control the minds of their own people. You will be judged for that. Especially when you knew better. I couldn't imagine being with a negative person right now. Some of y'all with them people, some of y'all are with people right now that are saying, you know that you sick, you know you gonna die. Some of y'all with some of the most diabolical people. I'd like to push their asses out y'all life. Me and my granny. Okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. You need more help. You know what it is about Jesus is that Jesus was demonized just like me and you. Okay, and you know Jesus himself is not the bad thing. It's the people that wrote the Bible and lied on him. So they did like spiritual sabotage on Jesus and tried to say that Jesus was down for all that shit that they did, and he wasn't. So it was satire. Jesus is actually very, very, very powerful. They tried to kill Jesus. Jesus resurrected himself 3 days later. So there's nothing wrong with Jesus. Why you think I sell? Guys, I know it's kind of difficult. If you were raised in a household that, hated Jesus and it was because you related it to the white man and things like that, I was raised to believe in Jesus. So there's a difference. And I think that Jesus does bring a lot of peace to people. There's nothing wrong with having peace. Jesus never told you to lay down and take nothing like a dog. Do you think Jesus did? That's what the whole resurrection was about. They abused Jesus. They killed him. They hung him. They crucified him. Okay, a lot of us spiritualists carry Jesus's wounds. So I ain't never had nothing against Jesus because I've actually had Jesus save me a bunch of times. I was calling to Jesus a lot yesterday. I called to Jesus a lot. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Jesus is very powerful. I got a testimony for Jesus. This was when I lived in Kansas City. I was living in Grandview, Missouri. And it was when we had that tornado that got really, really close to Kansas City. It got close. It touched down in Grandview. I heard it. I heard it. Okay. Now we all know that we say that it's nature because it is, but I feel like it does sometimes be a deity that maybe that deity will be doing something to somebody else. Maybe you're just an innocent bystander. Many of us are just innocent bystanders. People have different theories about storms and stuff. I don't believe that any deity would want to hurt me on purpose, but that's just my relationship with the gods, okay? So it depends on what your individual relationship is with the cosmos. It was kind of a similar situation, but very different. I got the tornado warning at home. The kids were at school. Their school was right around the corner. All of my babies are at school, except I think Tyrese. Tyrese was going to a different school, so he had gotten home earlier or something. I wonder if I think no, they were all three up there at that one school together. They hadn't went because I know okay, they were all three anyway. I got the warning. I called the school. The school told me to not come up there and get my babies. I said I'm on my way. I didn't come up there to get them. I came up there to protect all of those children that was at that school. Okay. That's why I ended up at the school. The school was right around the corner. So I told the school, I said, I am not, because this thing is getting ready to hit. You could see it. I saw it twirling in the sky, y'all. I've seen some wondrous things, I've seen a lot. And so I told the school, I said, I'm going to come up there. They said, if you come up here, you have to stay up here. I said, fine. So I drove up to the school. Thank God I had a vehicle. That's when you need a vehicle, because if I had walked, boy, it'd been, God, I probably would have got sucked up in that tornado. So I go up there, I see my babies. We're all huddling. And all of a sudden, I don't know what came over me. I've always believed in Jesus. So I just started calling to Jesus because you could hear that damn thing. It was so scary. It was being in a tornado is scary. That is some scary shit. Okay, I'm from Kansas. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. So I've experienced quite a few tornadoes and ice storms. And ice storms are a beautiful wonder if they don't make your lights go out. But my grandma's lights never went out, and I always wondered, her lights never went out during the storm. It's because her house was perfectly positioned. Her house is very powerful. So everybody would come to my grandmother's house, and she always had lights. I don't know what it was. You're welcome. So I'm sitting there with that tornado hovering over us. You can hear the wind. You could hear it. I kept calling to Jesus over and over again. And I just huddled over my children. And the kids was crying. And I just kept calling to Jesus. Do you know that damn thing lifted over us and left? Because everybody at the school, they just knew that it was going to take that school. And when it was all over, they said somebody was praying. Somebody must have been praying. Well, you know what? You good witch over here, it was me. Because I'll call to a lot of deities, though. It depends on what the time, what's going on. Jesus is a spell. It's been empowered when you invoke the name of Jesus. It puts a spell on bad spirits. It calms them down. It calms them down. Sorry, guys. Sometimes my kids don't understand that sometimes I can be, because my spirits use me. They're speaking through me, but then again, it's me too. It's really weird. I've been possessed by this 3,000-year-old witch for a very long time, and she didn't have no kids. Okay, did she didn't have children. She loved children, but she just didn't have them on her own because she lived during times when, there was, oh my God, is when all the gods was fighting, which they're doing again now. And I think that she was me back then. So I get kind of like, what? Why you interrupting me? You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand it's something spiritual happening right now, but they okay, they cool. So, yeah, I mean, Jesus is a word, it's a name, but it's also a word that can, so there's a reason why Jesus is so powerful, just like there's a reason why Michael Jackson is. I don't so much believe in I don't so much believe it's the Bible that I don't want to say believe in, because some of the stuff in the Bible I do believe, but I think that it's been tainted. I think that it's something sinister about the Bible itself. But I think that the main thing about it that scares me is that you're gonna find good and evil in the Bible, mostly evil and mostly against women. And by the way, Jesus respected his mother a lot. He was not disrespectful to his mother. And Jesus did have children. They didn't tell his whole story. Jesus did have children with a woman, not with his mother, because they were trying to say it was some of that. No, Jesus had actual children. So a lot of these deities did exist, just like Shiva had children. Oshun had children. Ogun had children. A lot of these deities had children. They were human at some point, that they, you know what I'm saying? But they possess supernatural powers, but they've been here in the flesh, which is why they have so much empathy for us. So Archangel Michael is always human. He has various human forms. He's omnipresent, Archangel Michael. And all of the saints, and they have all been given that power and that ability. So this is the reason why when you invoke them, they're going to come and help you in your time of need. Okay, and I think I must have said Jesus over 100 damn times. I think that you got to keep saying it over and over though. See, I casted a spell in Jesus's name is what I did. I kept saying Jesus over and over again. And I was getting ready to break down in tears, because it sounded like that damn thing was getting ready to just pull. It felt like that tornado was just trying to pull us up. I could feel myself damn near levitating. So I had to imagine that I was a tree, but it'll pick up trees too. It's something about tornadoes that are very, very spiritual and very, very supernatural. I don't necessarily think that they're evil, but I definitely think that tornadoes are portals. So just to let y'all know, I'll come back later on that. I gotta come back, guys. My client needs me. I gotta go. I can feel her. So I'll come back and talk to you guys about this later. We're gonna totally deviate the subject away from the enemy today. The enemy got its attention yesterday, and now it won't get any more attention, because that's what it wanted, negative attention. If you notice, there's some people that just like negative attention. You can be saying positive things to them. Hey, I hope you and your family are okay. They'll come and do something to make you literally like start warring with their family, which is ridiculous, but it is what it is. That's the path that they decided to take. You stay on your path. You stay on your path, which is righteousness and faith and trust in the universe. Because that's why your enemy was mad at you to begin with, because they don't know what the hell they did. They don't know what trust is. They don't know what faith is. They don't know what love is. They don't know what peace is. They don't know what the connection with the God force is. They don't know nothing about that. They don't even want to hear it. So you stay on your path with God and you'll be okay. But we are going to talk about the cursed objects today. In fact, I've got a very good lesson for you guys. I'm going to do live. We're going to finally do the cursed dolls and other objects. We're going to definitely start to talk about spiritual stuff. I want to keep y'all distracted with good stuff. Let's learn right now because we know we're not going to die. Okay? Yeah, oh God. It felt like it felt like something was literally trying to take that whole school. It was pretty bad, let me tell you. But and it's sometimes it can just be random. When death happens, it can be random. So we are all running from the angel of death. Okay, there's something about divine timing and death. Some people know when they're gonna die. We're gonna do celebrity reads. We're gonna stick with the celebrity readings and then also the readings on the missing children. I will be doing a reading on the Atlanta murders, the murdered children of Atlanta. Okay, we're gonna actually do that. A lot of people claim that the person that was arrested for those crimes is innocent. I'd like to find out because I believe that whatever that spirit is, it still kind of roams the streets of Atlanta looking for child sacrifices. So right now, child sacrifice is on the rise. It is happening in places, guys, you you don't even want to know. So keep your kids in the house right now. Okay? Because it's out there snatching up kids. Keep them in the house. Okay? You're welcome. Yeah. Keep them in the house for a while because what it's doing is it's randomly squatting in bodies and making it's on the rampage right now. So that's one of the reasons why they're saying stay in the house. Stay in the house. Stay in the house. Unless you got to go out and do essential stuff. You don't want to be out at a nightclub right now. Evil is roaming. So really the coronavirus is the devil. It's the demon. It's even red like the devil. It's devil. The devil's color is red. So funny how the color coding is red. So it's something our spirits are communicating with us, which is why I put up that video because our spirit guides have been communicating with us during this big time. They've definitely been communicating through me because coronavirus is a consciousness. Notice how people that were already halfway evil turned deadly evil. They turned even more evil. They didn't have nothing to live for, nothing they were happy about, nothing that they appreciated. So that's why they decided to project that onto you. The real true facts is that if you are attacking other people and you want other people dead, that's how you feel about yourself and your own family. So if you was online being stupid enough to be threatening people's family and saying that you was going to do something to their kids, that's how you feel about your own kids. Hello? I love chatting with y'all. I'll be back, guys. I got to go. I got to do a prayer call. And the enemy was attacking so much yesterday that I had to, it was trying to take so much energy, but we take it all back, like I told y'all, because the enemy ain't going to do nothing but piss it away. The enemy doesn't even use positive energy. They don't use that energy. They just convert it into evil. So you're not, some people, guys, I got to talk to you guys about the damned. The people that were damned, they showed themselves, and some of them were people that you loved. The reason why they were so evil and being so evil during this time instead of being nice and lending a hand and loving their neighbors because they are damned. And we'll talk about that. So if you kept a loving heart, okay? Now I'm not talking about like yesterday when I had to go to war, I had to do that because I had to. Because the only reason why that person was even relevant at that time is because they was messing with me, been messing with me spiritually, admitted to doing it. But some of y'all are the same way. Your enemy is on the other side. You're on the side of good, they're on the side of evil. Because utopia is coming. I'm gonna come back and talk to y'all about that too. I promise. I'll be back. Love you guys. I do have openings for today though. So if you guys need to reach me, today would be a good day. Okay. You guys can contact me. All of my contact information is below, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Love and light.